Happy happy Monday, everybody. Today I am with a special guest and a friend of mine, business partner. He's one of the secret weapons within our business, the credit uh, expert, right? The credit genie that I call him. And guys, I'm gonna make sure that we're also live on Facebook here, just to make sure we're public. I don't know why Facebook always put the live on private, but give me 1 second, bear with me. Um, so I'm gonna make sure that this is let me see, repost. I'm gonna put it in public first. Oh my goodness, that's not gonna work. All right, guys. As I was saying, today we're going to talk about credit and business funding. As you guys know, is really tough to access to any kind of capital, whether that be you in real estate, like we are, whether that be you're trying to open a small business, beauty salon, you name it. You need access to capital, right? And that goes from business funding at 0% interest to SBA loans, to you name it, depending what industry you're looking to invest in. But the foundation to access all of that is credit. And honestly, for those that been watching me for a while, I didn't know how important credit was my first few years wholesaling, because I didn't need it in that phase of my life as a real estate wholesaler. But it's now that we've transitioned into real estate development that I realize, oh my goodness, how important credit is to access the 0% capital that we need to secure the land, in order to go secure the construction loans on these new builds that we're doing, right? So today I'm with Some here, the CEO and owner of Some Consulting. And he lately we've sent him, I think, over probably over 80 files, Some, right, at this point.
Yep.
And he's fixed people's credit in a speed I've never seen before. But not only that, he also the knowledge that he has around credit, how passionate he is about it, how well he knows how to structure a credit profile in order to get it ready for business funding. Because the first time you go for business funding, guys, you need two things. You need a great credit, not only the score, but the score and the profile, a great credit profile. Today, actually, he's going to showcase some profiles of some of the students that he's helped fix their credit, boost it, and get the profile ready for business funding at 0% interest. And then he'll show you guys, in contrast, a profile that is not so good before you go to funding. But you need two things: you need credit, and then you need an LLC. And ideally, if you can, if you're going for business funding, and I'm talking about business funding at 0% interest for 12 months, typically, you don't want to even go with a new LLC, which I didn't know before. But you want to go with H Corp, right? I used to work some, just so you know, the first time I went for business funding long time ago, before we started doing this on ourselves, I went to a big company. They were well known. There was a guru talking about them online, I guess, because he gets affiliate from them. And I went through them, bro. In 6 months, how much they got me in funding for, and mind you, I'm in real estate. We real estate. You know how much they got me in funding?
How much?
They got me $9,000, 6 months, 9 grand, and I paid these people 2,500 to get it going, and it's crazy. So knowing what I know now, guys, so key, so important. Your credit score, credit profile, everything you have on your profile, uh, from the kind of credit cards you have, to the limit, to the age of the credit, to the do you have low credit cards, do you have high credit cards, the utilization percentage, right? So we're gonna go over that, all of that tonight. We're gonna share the screen and show you guys exactly what your profile is supposed to look like. And then also, if you can, if you have the budget, instead of creating a new LLC, the banks will realize they actually, in order to give you 100 grand, 150, they don't like new LLCs, right? Every single time we got funding, we got way better funding and way bigger funding when we came in with H Corps. These are LLCs that already have between 2 to 5 years that you can buy. And if you go with that and your credit, you're going to get great funding, right? So, Somi, I'm going to let you introduce yourself while I try to go public here on Facebook in the meantime. Let them know who you are, what you do, bro.
Hi, my name is Baponkun Some. I'm a CEO of Some Consulting Solution. Um, Basically, we are specialized in credit product, credit repair, personal credit, business funding, and also business credit as well. Here, we really like to focus on how to help small businesses from their personal credit, leveraging their credit to get into the business funding game, to invest in real estate or invest in other small businesses. And I'm very proud and very happy to meet Mamadou, who is a godsend to join our knowledge to do great thing, great businesses, great investment. Thank you so much, brother, for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, guys, we're gonna dive right into it. I don't know why Facebook is not letting me go
Oh,
public. This is
okay.
crazy. Facebook is only allowing the live to go private. I don't know what's going on with this. It's sorry, guys. Great. Uh, yeah, it's not allowing me. I don't know why. Um, Edit live video. If anybody watching knows how to go put the live on public on Facebook, please do let me know because I'm very confused. Stream. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. We'll deal with that later. So, as Somi was saying, guys, what do we want to talk about today? We want to talk about credit and business funding, guys. So, again, as I said, for those of you that have been watching my journey and following me for a minute, you know, I went from real estate wholesaling to doing the rentals, the fix and flips. Now we completely transition into real estate new development. And the first thing we realize, Somi, when we try and transition into real estate new development, is that credit is absolutely king. That's when I realized, oh my goodness, having a 700 credit score plus the profile. I didn't even know. So, like I told you, the first company that I used to go get business funding, they could only get me $9,000 on a business credit card, and this is a big company. I'm talking to like a big company, and they charge big fees. And now we're getting 100, 150, 200K, and the key thing that we found out is, oh my goodness, is not just the score, is your profile, the way you set your credit profile up. Not only that, also the kind of LLC that you go with to Chase, Bank of America, or Wells Fargo, and then try to get this funding. So there's a bunch of steps. So today I want to focus on the credit because that is the foundation, and then we're going to talk about, should you go in with a new LLC or a H corp. Some of our students already got a bunch of H corps, and our companies itself, when we go in to get this funding to buy the land to develop on, we're using H corps to go get the funding. So let's start with, most people confuse these two things. I know you get these calls all the time. People call you and go, hey, I have a great credit score and I don't understand why I keep getting denied when I go for funding. And talk to me about the difference between the credit score, the people that think, okay, I have 700 credit score, and then your profile. Why are you getting denied either one, or two, they're getting very low amounts that they can't do nothing with? Because if you get anything under 100K, especially we in real estate, where are you gonna put 10K in real estate? Right? You cannot go flip a home with that. You cannot go buy land and do a new construction. You probably cannot even do a double close on a wholesale deal. You know what I mean? So, talk to me the difference between the two. Can you break it down for them?
Thank you, Mamadou. Alors, so talking about credit score is the numbers. The numbers is between 300, which is the lower credit score,
Mhm.
all the way up to 850, the highest credit score. When you have a score between three, starting with three, 4, 5, 6, something is wrong with your credit. If you have a credit starting with 7, your credit is in a good position. You can do great things starting at 7.
Mm.
700 credit score plus. Now, when you have a 700 credit score, let's say, for instance, I'm the bank and I see you with a 720 credit score. I look at your profile, you only have 1 or 2 credit card that you recently opened. No late payment. Yes, you do have a high credit score versus somebody else who has the 710 credit score and have 10 open accounts. That
What is an open account?
An open account is a credit card, it's a loan, a car loan, a personal loan, a mortgage, or any kind of financial product that you have and have to pay over time. Those are the one who are making your credit profile. So your credit score is more important than anything. However, the credit score is coming from the credit profile. If your profile is weak, the bank is going to deny you. So let's focus on the score, but more importantly, on the profile.
Okay, so that is the age matters, right? Is
All
not
right.
just the you have the age, and then what else do you have to take into consideration?
All right. We have 5 different steps to make up a credit score. The first big step that count for 35% of our credit score is the credit history. The on-time payment is the key. It's a key factor. I don't know if you want me to share my screen to
Yeah, go
show
ahead.
you
Let's
this.
show. So Some took this student, fix his credit, boosted not only the credit but his profile is. So we're gonna show you guys what is a great profile look like, and one of them will be what is a bad profile look like, and then we'll talk about when you go in for funding, how do you get prepared when it comes to the LLC? Because I remember the first time when I went, I didn't know this. I didn't know that the name of the LLC matters, what you named your LLC, the kind of business address that you have. So, Soma, you can do the screen. Are you sharing your screen right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to share my screen to first show the
Is this one?
calculation of the credit score.
Okay, there you go. So he's gonna show you guys how do they calculate. So again, guys, if you're just tuning in, what we're talking about today is how to fix your credit, boost your credit, but also not just the score, but prepare your credit profile in order to go to the bank and access capital and invest in real estate if you're in real estate like us, or if you're trying to open maybe a small business, whatever that be. The foundation is obviously the credit, but now we're realizing how important it is. It's not just your credit score but your profile, what your profile look like, what you have on your profile. So he's going to showcase here and walk you through how to look at your profile and what a great profile look like.
All right, can you see my screen here?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Yeah.
All right, first of all, I need to mention that there's a different model of credit score. The best one and the one the bank use is a FICO score. So here we are going to show you guys how to get your FICO score. I know some people are talking about, oh, I know my credit score from Credit Karma, Credit Sisame.
Yeah.
All these are good, but not the best. The best one is the FICO score. If you really want to know what your real score, try to find your FICO score. How do we calculate the credit score? The credit score is being a number that is aggregate, but what? Five different component. What are those five component? The five component of the credit is the payment history, and this is by far the largest component of how to get a highest credit score. Payment history is a key. If you have a credit card, if you have a loan, a personal loan, if you have a car loan or a mortgage, no late payment on all type of payment is the key here to make up 35% of your credit score.
Wow.
Keep in mind that the highest credit score is 850 and the lowest is 300. Let's say you have 35% of 850. You are getting all the 200 plus point here. 35% of your credit is made up by payment history. The second largest component of your credit is how much you owe on your credit card. This is not counting your car loan or your personal loan, only on revolving account. Revolving account is a credit card, credit line, line of credit. So 30% of your score is based on how much you use on your credit card and other revolving credit. Let's say you have 5,000 on the credit card. When you use 2,000 or 2,500, that car utilization is 50%, which is not good. We want you to be 10% of less of usage to get the best credit score. That's the second component that is used to calculate your credit score. The third one is how long is your credit? How old is your credit? And yes, credit does have age.
Yeah.
Now, how do we calculate the credit age? The first account you open, if it's 10 years, the last account you open, if it's 1 year, and you only have these two accounts, we're going to take the 10-year plus the 1 year and do the average of the two accounts. If you only have two accounts, 10 and 1 is going to be 11 divided by 2. That is giving you an average of 5.5 years. Your credit is 5.5 year old. It's very important because the older your credit is, the higher the bank is likely to give you a great consideration.
Yeah.
That's the third component. How do we calculate the credit score? The fourth one is the credit mix. What is credit mix? Credit mix is different type of credit in your profile. You can have a credit card, you can have a personal loan, you can have a car loan, you can have a mortgage loan, you can have a student loan. These are different type of account. Those make the mix of the credit is very important, because you can have 10 credit card. If it's only credit card, you are not gonna hit the 10% of the credit mix. You need different type of loan and credit to get the 10% of credit mix. So the last component is new credit. How often do you apply for credit? If you are applying for credit every day and getting denied, it is showing here that you are desperate.
Desperate for money.
You are
Banks don't lend to people that are desperate.
Oh yeah, you are desperate for money, and you're gonna have like a hard inquiries, bunch of them, bunch of hard inquiry. And guess what? When you apply and get denied, your score is dropping. Depending on your profile, between 1 and 3 point is being lost.
Wow.
So this is how we calculate the credit score. Now, Do you want me to
On the
jump?
mix side, right? When you say the credit mix,
Okay.
that's like having so you have, let's say you have two credit cards of whatever bank with high limits on it. Then you also have maybe what, like a car loan. Then you also maybe have a mortgage. Is like give them some examples of what you mean by credit mix.
Okay. Let's say the credit mix. I have one Chase
Hmm.
credit card,
Hmm.
and I have one Bank of America credit card.
Hmm.
These two are revolving credit.
Okay.
And I go to Toyota and I get a car loan.
Hmm.
That is installment loan. That payment is also an account.
Okay.
That's two type of account. I can get a personal loan, which
Hmm.
is a third type of account. The personal loan, I go borrow $1,000, not on a credit card. On my personal side, they
Hmm.
will give you money based on your income and your credit.
Okay.
Let's say I go to my bank and I request for 10,000 loan.
Hmm.
If I get approved, the money is sitting in my bank account and I have to repay back. But that one is a term loan. Let's say I'm gonna pay that $1,000. I don't know if I say 10,000. 10,000. If it's 10,000, I'm gonna pay that for 1 year.
Okay.
So when that 12 month is up, I'm done paying this loan, the account will be closed.
Okay.
When it's the revolving account, after 12 months, even if I pay off all my balance, I'm still using that account, that card forever and ever.
Okay.
So on the mixed side, you can have credit card, car loan, mortgage, student loan.
Yeah. So basically a mix. It's like a cocktail of different. The bank don't want to just see just credit cards or just car loans or just, you have to have a mix, right?
Definitely.
Now, with that being said, I remember before, probably about 2 3 years ago, I would have thought I have to go, borrow a car to buy a car. I have to go get bunch of credit cards. They call this, some people online call this credit card stacking. Just go to every bank and get as many credit cards as you can, right? Um, so fast forward 2 years later, I realized in order to add age and credit mix on your profile, you can literally go and buy other people's history instead of you having to walk into all these different banks or car dealerships and try to get a loan. Am I correct on that? In case somebody's sitting thinking I have to go and start borrowing all these different things.
Yeah, definitely. There's a way to speed up the process of building or perfecting your credit. Um, we can use somebody else history, good history, a 10-year payment, on time payment. Can you imagine 10-year on time payment? That's 120 payment on time.
Right.
10-year. And the
Right.
bank will look like, wow, this person is very responsible. So taking that and putting on somebody profile that barely started. Let's
Hmm.
say you get in the United States 6 months ago and
Hmm.
you just got your social security number.
Hmm.
When we add those 10-year payment history on your profile, it raising up your score very fast above 700.
Right. So you inherit not only the limit but the age of the card as well. Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
So you can do that for multiple different what is it called? Trade lines? Is that what you call it?
it's called authorized user.
Authorized user. Damn.
So authorized user, you can use more than one, two, three authorized user to build up your profile very
Mhm.
fast.
Mhm. Yeah. So you don't have to go out and start borrowing all these different credit cards. So guys, just so because I know the audience that's gonna watch here mostly are people that are interested in going into real estate, right? But you're also going to have the ones that just want to access capital and then you go open your own small businesses. But when it comes to, for example, on the business at 0% interest side of things, all the car once you go ahead and buy what we call trade lines, so you're basically looking to buy other people's history, age limit, and card limit. Once that reports to your own uh, credit profile, and correct me if I'm wrong, Some you are going yourself now to the bank and getting your own high limit credit cards. You need at least two of those, and there's a couple of things that you're going to need on your profile before you ever go to funding, right? Primaries, as he just explained, high limit credit cards, at least two. When I say high limit, I mean 5,000 or more, right? And if you've never had a $5,000 credit card, you're not just going to walk into the bank and say, "Give me a $5,000 credit card." That's not how it works. They're probably going to give you 500 bucks, test you at 500, then they give you another thousand. So, but you don't want to do it that way. You want to be able to first go inherit somebody's history, and then you go get your high limit credit card. So with that being said, Somi, now, what were you about to show?
Yeah, I wanted to say our life here in the United States is based on credit. Everything
Everything.
we do,
You want to
our
rent a car?
daily
You want
daily life, what we eat, what we dress, what we drive, what we use on our everyday life is affected by credit. Why? Because every single purchase we do is based on our credit and the interest rate that is being applied to us. Let me show you just a simple example of a good credit and a bad
and a
credit.
bad credit.
Let's say, for instance, you, my friend Mamadou,
Mhm,
you have a good credit, which is 730, which is excellent.
mhm,
And I, on the other side, have a credit score of 599, which is bad credit.
mhm.
When we walk to the dealership for this brand new Toyota Camry 2025, the dealer is going to look at you like, wow, your credit is amazing. What are we going to do? We're going to apply a 1% interest rate for you. Your monthly payment is going to be 368. On the other side, they'll look at me and say, your credit score is bad. You are going to pay 50% interest rate.
Interest rate, yeah. That's
And then your monthly payment will be $540, where
big difference.
you are paying 368 here.
Big difference.
Now, the interest you are going to pay on this car here with the good credit is going to be 1,302. In contrast, I will be here paying interest of $10,921.
Yeah.
The cost of the car for you with the good credit is gonna be the purchase price, which is 23,000. Let me get back here. 23,000
Mhm.
plus the interest that you are paying here for a total of 24,302. What will be the cost of this same vehicle for me?
The bad credit.
Bad credit, interest 10,000 plus the purchase price 23,000 for a total of 33,921. What is happening there? Me with the bad credit, I am paying $9,616
More.
more than you. Let me stop here and tell you, my friend, if me and you we have the same job, we work the same hours, we get the same income, and you are spending 24,000 for this car,
Mm.
and I'm spending 33,000 for the same car,
Hmm.
my family will be stressed more than your family,
Yeah, even though we have the same income.
even if we have the same income.
Yeah, bad credit get
Only
punished all the time.
only because I'm being punished by my bad credit.
All right.
If you think this is bad, let me show you when it comes to purchasing a house. Look at this beautiful house
Yeah,
here.
guys. This is by the way, guys. Obviously, this is mainly a real estate investing audience. Even when you guys are going and trying to get fix and flip loans, new construction loans, you name it, DSCR loans for buy and hold investments, right? You are always going to with a bad credit below 600 and and a bad profile, right? We just went through what a good profile look like. You will always be asked to bring more cash to the table because you're seen as a higher risk individual. And then you'll always get the worst interest rates as well when it comes to the loan. So on the longer term, you will always pay more interest and always bring more cash to the table if they lend you at all, right? If they lend you at all. So you might be upside down once you start your project. Now, when you buy a home to keep with bad credit, here's what happens also on the long term. On the long term, if somebody with good credit is you're gonna say this is amazing. Go ahead, Simon.
All right, someone with a good credit versus someone with a bad credit trying to purchase a house. Keep in mind that buying a house is the biggest investment in the United States if it's your primary residence.
Right,
It's based on 30 years of mortgage.
right.
So buying a house with a bad credit or buying with a bad interest rate is like locking yourself into a cage and you don't know when you're going to get out of that.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
So we need to really pay attention here. Same example as the previous one. Mamadou have a 730 credit score, which is good. The bank is giving you 2% interest rate, and your mortgage payment is going to be $1,021. On the other side, the interest rate I'm getting with the bad credit is 6.5%. My mortgage payment is going to be 1,580, where you are only paying 1,000. Consequences: on the 30-year mortgage, you are going to be paying interest of 117,407. The total cost of the house for you with the good credit is going to be the purchase price 250,000 plus the interest for a total of 367,417. On the other side, the interest paid with the bad credit only the interest is 318,861. Guys, I'm stopping right now here. Look at the interest paid, 318. Look at the selling price, 250,000. Just by having a bad credit, the interest you pay is higher than the selling price. Let's go to the total cost of the house, 250,000 plus 318,861 for a total cost of 568,861. Guys, listen, the bad credit is costing me on the same house here 201,444 more.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is where most of people are locked up and don't know where to go. Why am I paying my mortgage and it's still not lowering? Because the interest rate you got when you were purchasing the house was high or your credit was not the best when you were purchasing the house. That's
Yeah.
why it's very important for us to know, because somebody who is paying all this money because of bad credit, you are not sleeping in that house. You are going to be running from one to three job. The
Yeah.
house is beautiful, but nobody will be sleeping there because you have to make the income.
Yeah.
So yes, bad credit costs a lot on our families. It costs a lot on our daily life. It costs a lot when we buy a car. It costs a lot when we buy a house. And it even costs a lot when you are investing in real estate, because the banks are always scared of you. They don't trust you.
Yeah. Guys, two things in real estate I realized. You know what's funny, Somit, is that when I first started my career in real estate, my first dozens of fix and flips, if I knew that by having a great, nobody sat me down and walked me through this kind of class right now that you just gave. If somebody would have just showed me this within an hour, I would have realized, you know what? I don't have to split 50-50 on my fix and flip profits with people at the time the way I did it, because I didn't know nothing about. If I just had a great credit score and a great profile, and then add on top of that an LLC, I could have went to the bank and access the capital for the money for the renovation. So what I used to do is lock up these properties using subject to creative finance. So I'm not buying them cash, right? So all I have to do is to bring the money for the renovation. So if I knew about this strategy where I can just use my credit, maybe buy an LLC and H corp and go to the bank and get up to $150,000, I would have used those 0% interest loans to renovate these properties instead of going and bringing a private lender, right? Which is a personal relationship. And after I did all the work, you know the amount of time it takes to find a motivated seller, negotiate with them,
Mhm.
put them under contract, deal with the headaches, and then you manage the project as well because the private lender is not really involved in the day to day, and then you split the proceeds
Mm.
50-50 at the time because I didn't know any better. If somebody would have sat me down and gave me this class just for an hour, that would have been like, man, my mind would have exploded, right? I would have been 10 years ahead of my real estate career right now. But so guys, you absolutely, if you want to access capital, if you want to access capital, you have to start speaking the bank's language. The bank has a language. They definitely do have a language. So you have to start speaking it in order to access capital. A lot of these big companies online, the way they have you do this process, it takes too long for you to access the capital. Now, if you're doing fix and I'm gonna start with the fix and flips, and the reason for that so is because most newbies are kind of scared about real estate new development, so they want to try to do home renovations first, fix and flips. As a newbie, most people don't know if you're doing fix and flips, when you find a distressed home, oftentimes what's going to happen is the lenders are going to ask you a down payment. The hard money lenders will ask you, so let's say for example they'll say, you know what, we'll finance you 90% of the purchase price, not 100%, 90%. So you have to bring 10%. If you have bad credit, you definitely bring in 20%, if not 30%, right?
Wow.
So
Wow.
you bring 10%, and then on the renovation, let's say the house needs 100,000 worth of renovation or 78,000. What they'll do is they'll say, okay, so man, here is a draw of $78,000 for the renovation, and you go ahead and start the renovation with your own money. We don't know
Mm.
you, we don't have a relationship, plus you new, you don't have any experience, you cannot show me a bunch of properties you've already bought, renovated, and sold before. That's lack of experience. And what they're going to do is they're going to do draws, and you go spend your money first. So let's say you go and fix up the kitchen, and the kitchen costs you, I don't know, $10,000. They're going to send an inspector, inspect the kitchen, and then once the inspector confirmed to the hard money lender that the kitchen is done, and then you send in the receipt of that 10,000 you spend, then they reimburse. They give you back
Mm.
the 10,000. So now where do you take that $10,000 if you knew? Well, I didn't know. You can just go get it with the 0% business loans, right? You can get it. I mean, a fix and flip takes about what, 7, 8, 9 months with delays, really, if it's done correctly. So you can get this for 12 months, 0% interest, and go in and renovate your homes without you having to stress yourself with going and trying to raise either private capital or give up all your equity because somebody is bringing the money after you've done all the hard work. Is the same thing in real estate new development, guys. Once you get into real estate new development, once you find the dirt, if you identify land you want to build on, you have to bring up to 50% of the land purchase. They'll Some lenders will finance you 50% of that land, but then on the construction as well is the same thing. They're not giving you most of the money up front. You're gonna have to spend your money first, then through the draws you get it back. So a real estate investor, two things is your best friend. Lately we've went so deep into this. We've been funding students after funding ourselves, obviously. But guys, we realized when you walk into the bank, two things are your best friend: a great credit score. I think it's Joe Hope Bryan. I hear say this a lot. He's a black multimillionaire or billionaire. I'm not really sure, but he says bring back make 700 credit score sexy again. That's what he says all the time. And there is actually some, we share with the students the website where you can go see your zip codes, how many credit score the average person in your neighborhood has. So they classify the neighborhoods by credit score. If you're in neighborhoods where the credit score is like 650 or less, you probably want to move out of those typically, right? And then if you live in the neighborhoods where 700 credit score or more, people there, there's a study that shows that people there live like 20 years more than the people in 600 or 500 credit score. But anyway, with that being said, guys, if you want to access capital now, so we're going to talk about some of the capital accessible to small businesses as well, because I know you do help with like things like SBA loans. But because the audience is primarily real estate, but you never know, somebody might be watching and asking, yeah, I don't do real estate, but I want to access capital for small businesses. If they have, once they come in, they get their credit right, get their credit profile right, then they get the H Corp or a new LLC, right? Let me ask you, for somebody who they just want to open a small business, for the SBA loans, does the credit matter as well?
Definitely. The SBA loan is a government program. It's a government loan.
Mm-hmm.
And they look at your credit and they look at a bunch of stuff like your tax return, your income,
Mm-hmm.
and also your numbers, basically your financials,
Mm-hmm.
your profit and loss statement,
Mm-hmm.
your income, monthly income, if you are a business, or if you are a sole proprietorship, you have to bring enough W-2 income
To qualify for it.
to
Okay.
qualify. But it's a very, very good program, very easy access,
Mhm.
because some of the product from SBA loan are not very strict on the credit score.
Okay. Okay.
You can get the
So you can get
lower,
away with a low credit score
yep,
potentially,
potentially
but you might
600.
get it better if you have a good one.
Yes, but the rate is gonna vary. The best rate you can get is the best credit score you're bringing on the table.
Okay. Now, what is the worst thing to have on your credit score, on your credit profile? Sorry, what is the
Uh,
worst thing to have on your credit profile that you've seen? I know you see hundreds and hundreds of files all day long. What is the worst thing to have on your profile?
there's a section called public record.
Mm-hmm.
The public record is when you file a bankruptcy,
Mm.
when you have a tax lien,
Mm-hmm.
and when you have a child support.
Oh shit! Child
Though,
support shows up on your damn
oh
credit.
yes, child support is definitely showing on your on your credit report.
That is crazy.
So showing there is definitely giving you a different personality from the bank,
Mhm.
that you are not taking care of business with the government.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's number one. That's the worst. I would say the worst thing, and they can stay there for 7 to 10 years.
So child support can stay on your credit for 7 to 10 years. Bankruptcy. This is we're talking about personal bankruptcy, right?
Yes, we're talking about personal
Personal
bankruptcy,
bankruptcy. Okay.
chapter 7 and
Chapter
chapter
7.
10.
Okay. Chapter 13 doesn't show up
No,
because that one
chapter
is temporary, right?
13. I mean, chapter 13 and chapter 7.
There you go.
These two stay for 10 years.
Okay. So the bankruptcy is to avoid at all costs, if you can. Child support, stay away from it. And then what else did you say? I think collections you can remove that pretty easily, right?
We remove child support,
Yes.
bankruptcy, and tax lien as well.
They just take longer.
Yes, but after the public record that I just mentioned here,
Mhm.
the worst are collections,
Mhm.
charge off.
Charge off. What is that?
A charge off is when you owe a balance on a credit card or a loan or a student loan. You owe a balance that you are no longer able to pay. So let's say you owe 10,000 on your Chase credit card. I
Mhm.
love Chase. So I'm always gonna keep using Chase because it's a great bank.
Okay. They need to sponsor the show, man. Come
Oh
on.
yeah, definitely. Alors, let's say first month
Mhm.
you are not able to pay. Second month you are not able to pay. That's 30 days late, 60 days late. Third month you're not able to pay. That's 90 days late.
Mhm.
Fourth month you're not able to pay. 120 days late. When it goes to 5 or 6 months,
Mhm.
case is gonna say this guy is no longer able to pay, and they're gonna charge off your debts. That
Mhm.
means they will write off that debt on their tax return.
Got it. Got it. They'll get rid of it on from their books.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they would no longer run after you. They would
Okay.
just write it off in their books and say, we can no longer collect this debt.
Okay.
And they will put on your credit report because they used to put late payment, late payment, late payment. They are tired of that. And they will put CO, which is
Oh,
charge off.
got it.
And charge off is way, way worse.
Okay.
Worse on your credit report.
So you basically don't want to ignore if you're late and they start calling you, you don't want to ignore the bank's calls to at least maybe work something out with them where you can pay maybe in increments or whatever the case may be instead of is that how you avoid a charge off?
First of all, any debt that we have to be responsible and pay on time, no matter what.
I
How
don't
do we
believe you.
end up? How do we end up in this situation? Sometime is because we are not responsible enough.
Yeah, the
We
financial
are
discipline.
we are not disciplined financially.
Mhm.
That means we are just overspending, not knowing exactly what is what do I need to spend on and how much do I need. We spend more than what we can afford to pay back. That's number one. Number two, some people get into this type of situation because of financial hardship due to family issue, sickness, accident, unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
So this kind of situation, we are not, I mean, in control of them. So it can happen. We are human being, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
So when it comes to those charge off, your credit is just gonna be messed up for as long as you let it go.
Yeah. So so how do you avoid the charge off though? Is it picking up the phone and figuring out a solution with them? Like how do you? Because I know they do call you, right? The debt collectors they do call you before they do the charge off. Do they call you to try to collect it?
No, it's not the debt collector that are calling you. It's the primary account holder.
Okay.
Who is the primary account holder? The primary account holder is either the the credit card company
Mhm.
or the auto loan, the dealership that finance the car for you.
Mhm.
So those people, which are the primary account holder, they will try to call you to reach out to say, "Hey, your loan is due. We need a payment. Your loan is due. We need a payment."
Mhm.
But if you keep ignoring them, it's gonna be charged off. The best thing is negotiate.
Mhm.
Have a payment plan, an arrangement.
Yeah.
Any type of arrangement will help.
Yeah, because the bank rather get a penny payments consistently because they're into the lending business at the end of the day, and they like to have what we call performing notes. A performing note is if they give you anything, whether that be a credit card or a mortgage, is somebody making payments on that. That's for them is a performing note. If you stop paying, it's called a non-performing note. It becomes a non-performing note. So in order for the bank to monetize, it has to be performing. Oftentimes, for them to even sell it, if they want to sell it to somebody else, sell it to prime rates, right? So if typically when you can negotiate, anything is negotiable in the US. If you can negotiate with them, they will tell you, okay, listen, you cannot afford the $400 or the $100 per month. How about can you do 20? No, I cannot do 20. I can do 10. Right? There's a whole is a negotiation thing. So it's better that than okay. I just wanted to make sure. So that's what they need to avoiding the calls. Just get on the phone, negotiate whatever you can afford, and see how they can put you to avoid having those charge off. Because guys, one of the thing with this credit stuff is gonna hurt you in so many different ways in life out here if you live in the US. Because anything you try to access to, bro, I've been to meetings, real estate development meetings, right? Or even business acquisition. If you're trying to buy businesses, they check the first thing. It's not that you need your credit. You don't need your credit because they oftentimes finance it, but they're gonna check your credit. They're gonna check your grandma's credit. They're gonna check your partner's credit because they want to see, like, it shows them basically your financial behavior, right? Are you somebody who's financially disciplined, or are you somebody who's financially a risk, right? So if you get into, especially if you're somebody who's an entrepreneur, you want to be a long-term real estate investor, you're gonna get into certain rooms, even if you don't need your credit. It can take you a long way to have great credit profile. So don't listen to these gurus online. I used to listen to a bunch of gurus, somebody that used to look up to, that always say, oh, I haven't seen my credit. Don't care about your credit, forget about your credit. I haven't looked at my credit for 10 years. But behind the scenes, their credit is 880. Really, they're
Mm,
doing all the burr methods. They're doing
mm.
the all the they're buying the multifamilies with the credit, but they're telling you ignore your credit because they're trying to sell you something. Don't listen to that garbage. Here in the US, the credit will take you a long way. There is certain places, certain rooms. I promise you, when you get in trying to do business with certain individuals, your credit. So if from renting an apartment to freaking getting a car, to getting into real estate investing, to what accessing capital for your small business, is the foundation is going to be credit, guys. And I haven't seen so far. I've worked, guys. I'm in real estate. One thing we need all the time. So, man, what do we need all the time in real estate?
Capital,
Capital.
capital,
We need
capital,
capital,
capital.
capital, capital, capital. You know what? We need that T-shirt, bro. Capital, capital. So one of the things that you start to realize, like, shit, I cannot f with my credit. I always have to go to these banks and leverage the bank's money to go put into these deals, right? And so with that being said, guys, if you're really serious about real estate, one of the things you have to really focus on is making sure your credit is always top notch, and everything is erasable. Like any funding that you go for, before you go for the next funding, you have to go back to somebody like Some and then completely clean it again. Like, for example, when we go for business funding, you cannot have more than 2 inquiries on each bureau, for example. You cannot have more than 10% utilization on your credit cards, right? Things like that matter. Your information, your name. I've looked at so many files at this point, Some, with all the students that we have. Is like you look at somebody's name, the mistakes the bureaus make, and how they messed up your name and your middle name, and and you go to the bank, and the bank is thinking this is three people, and you get rejected. You don't know why you got rejected. So all these different details matter, and I've worked with so many different people before on fixing credit and things like that. I've never seen somebody as professional as fast as you, but also like what I like about you, Some, is that when people come to you, you don't just fix their credit. You also educate them on how to maintain it. That is very key because most people you can just go to anybody to fix your credit, but most people don't even know once it's fixed what is fixed, how do I maintain it, what does this bureau means, which bureau I got to focus on based on what I'm trying to accomplish. Am I in real estate or whatever? What bureau do I focus on? What I like about you, Sumit, is that you take the time when the clients come to show them exactly to educate them on top of fixing their credit and the speed at which you do it, obviously depending on what they have on their credit. So is there anything else? I think there was a great profile you wanted to show them, no?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's do that.
Definitely.
Show them this one, guys. This is one of this guy is actually already, I'm just gonna say, he's already invested in some deals that we have, and it's his credit that allowed him to access to so much capital, but he doesn't have the time to find the real estate deals and things like that. But he's invested in deals that we're doing, and it's his credit that is allow him to do that. And Some is gonna showcase here what a great credit score and a credit profile look like. Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna start sharing. I don't know if you can see my screen at this moment, but let me.
Yeah, I can see it. Boom.
Uh,
Once you start sharing, let me know, and I'll put it on stage.
sure. Not yet. 1 second.
Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, guys, make sure if you're looking to, I don't care. By the way, you know what? Let me say this. Even the ones that are trying to wholesale, even if in 2025 you say, you know what, I don't want to do the fix and flips, I don't want to do the new constructions, the new development, I want to wholesale. The rules are changing. They're cracking down on real estate wholesaling, where now you either have to get licensed, you have to really be careful on what you say to the seller when you call them. So there's so many gray areas in most states that still, even as a wholesaler, you better have great credit. That time is gone. Oh, I'm a wholesaler, I don't need credit. Your credit better be right. Here's why I'm saying that. Because in order to stay off the gray line, right? In order to stay off the gray line, when it comes to, okay, you put a property under contract and then you sold the contract, just your rights to the contract, that is called wholesaling, and you did it illegally based on the local laws, and things are changing so fast and they're being so vague with these laws that they can get you on anything. If your credit is right, now you can create your LLC or buy a 2 years H Corp LLC between 2 years to 5 years, guys. It literally costs you less than all the coffees you're drinking every day outside. If you just save that money or start going to Chipotle for a week, you can afford an LLC that already have 2 years. You can go to a hard money lender, build relationship with 2 or 3 hard money lenders, get pre-qualified for funding, letting them know what you do. Hey, I'm in real estate. I call homeowners all the time. I put properties on the contract and I need funding for double closing, for example. Now you can start taking down these properties yourself and then reselling them in the back end, but at least you're taking title and you are the buyer. You are the buyer. Obviously, guys, full disclaimer, I'm not your attorney. I'm not giving you legal advice. Consult your own local attorneys in your own state to make sure that you're compliant in any law changes when it comes to real estate wholesaling. But I'm just making a point that the time is gone when we used to say, oh, I'm just a wholesaler, I don't need credit, F credit. No, the new game is, even as a wholesaler, your credit better be sexy. Some may always say sexy credit profile. That's what it says.
Yeah, it
Credit
has
better
to.
be
It has.
sexy.
It has to be sexy.
Let's go.
It has to be sexy. Okay. Here I will just show 2 of the profile that I really like to present here.
And these are profiles that some may helped fix, boost up, set right, for them to go get funding, business funding at 0% interest, because they're looking to invest in real estate. And for those that are like, hey, I don't want to invest, but if I access the capital, I don't know what to do. Just once you access the capital, guys, you can just take the bank's money at 0%, find people that are credible in your own local market if you want, and then be a private lender on existing deals, secure your money against the properties, and just make money on the bank's money instead of, just like anybody with a great credit profile and a great LLC set up the right way, you can access business funding. Let's go, Sammy.
All right, this profile here is showing 729 credit score on Equifax, 742 on TransUnion, and 742 on Experian. This profile, we started with a 598 credit score average, and within 1 month, we have this miracle happen. We deleted all 9 collection, and it looked amazing on this Vantage score. Because what you need to know is there's a Vantage score and the FICO score. On the FICO score, all these 3 score, 2 of them are above 800. So I can show the. I think I'm still going to. Let me see here. I'm gonna download this.
Yeah, guys, he's gonna show you guys right now what a great, fantastic profile look like, so you guys can see a live example of his magic. I'm telling you guys, man. Some is the credit genie. Like his dude is so fast with it. Let's see.
So this score here is
Let me see. Are you showing the slide?
I'm not ready yet. I just
Okay.
need to 1
Let
second.
me know when the slide is up and I can share. In the meantime, guys, if you're watching later, maybe you're not, because we did it super late today. I did put the site down below for anybody who need credit repair, credit boosts, primaries, trade lines, getting your profile right, or even getting your LLC to go get funding. You can reach out. Some Consulting Solutions is right down there. You can book a free. I think there is a 12-minute free consulting, right, on every profile. Is that it?
It's the 30-minute free
30
consultation.
minute, 30-minute free consulting, guys. The team will call you, consult your profile, and then look at it and let you know how it can be fixed, what need to be fixed. And then from there, you'll get a quote on the cost. And then from there, if you want to repair it, you can start the process. So the link is down below, guys. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'm telling you guys, boom. Okay.
Okay, this credit profile here is 833.
This sexy or extra sexy? This one.
This is extra sexy
This is
because
extra sexy.
even the credit the FICO is showing here exceptional.
Okay.
When we have students in our community that are showing this kind of profile, no bank can resist giving you whatever amount of money you want. What is this showing? You are very responsible, you are very, very careful, and you are taking care of all your payment on time. You are controlling your payment history, which is really low. In this profile here, you can see a 60%, but that's not a credit card utilization. It's because there was a HELOC, home line of equity. Let's say that one is removed here. This our friend, our brother is going to have a 850 credit score. Perfect credit score in the United States.
850. Oh yeah, you're right. Boom. That's the exceptional.
Exceptional here at this moment.
Yep.
And trust me, this guy is a genius. He's a very, very great guy we work with. And we
Very
have
disciplined.
very, very disciplined guy. So we have so many people that we are working with that are doing amazing job. For privacy, we're not gonna call the names here, but we have excellent people who are getting their credit together and doing excellent things. Now, what is a great profile? A great profile that a bank wants to see is at least 5 to 7 open accounts. It can be credit card, it can be car loan, it can be student loan, it can be a mortgage. But at least you need 7 of those. When you have seven of those, you need a credit limit at least 5,000 or more on at least two accounts. Credit card limit 5,000 or more. No late payment, no collection, no charge off, no charge support, no bankruptcy, no student loan late payment, none of the delinquent account, zero delinquent account. That's what I call a sexy profile. And you
Yo,
working
we need that T-shirt. That's another T-shirt we need.
with,
Sexy profile.
oh yeah, sexy profile. When you're working with a sexy profile, you feel comfortable in your body.
Yeah.
You are very confident that you can walk to a dealership and walk back out with a whole Tesla.
No,
Zero.
you know what's funny, guys? When you have this kind of profile like this guy right here, what's happening is even on our team, everybody that has these kind of profiles, they're always getting cold called by the banks, and the
Yep.
banks are begging them
Yep.
to take funding. Hey, here is money. The bank is throwing money at them. Here is 50K. Here is 100K. Hey, we just approved you for 500K. There is another lady in New York. Every time she's
Yep.
getting this call, like 500K.
Mhm.
Here is the credit. They're gonna start calling you and offering you money. Obviously, you don't have to take everything, but I'm just saying that's how sexy it is. Now, instead of you chasing them, the bank start chasing you. Think about
In return, I can show you a bad profile. Very bad one.
it. Contrast. Let's go.
All right. Can you remove the screen, the share screen,
Yes.
so I can pull it out? Let me go here. Okay, we're good here. I think I can increase it a little bit here.
Boom. Ooh, damn.
In contrast, you can see a profile as low as 400 or 300. This account here is telling me that there are bunch of collection, bunch of charge of, bunch of inquiry, and also the person might not even have an open credit card. But the good news is, don't sit on it. It can be fixed, it can be repaired, all the items can be removed, and this account can be rebuilt. So that's why it's very, very important to give up on bad habit. And
This is
pick
one
up.
going through a repair right now.
Yep, this score right here is
Mhm.
right now above 750.
Oh wow. Okay.
We've been working together for the past 2 months,
Mhm.
but the person have to be disciplined, and
Okay.
also we build it. We clean up all the bad things and we added new things. So the person have new primary accounts,
Mhm.
authorized users, and the person was really in a bad shape. Today the person is getting calls, approval, ads left and right.
Oh wow.
10,000, 24,000, 25,000.
Mhm.
So we have to really understand that having a bad credit does not mean we are a bad person.
Yeah.
Having a bad credit mean we went through a lot. So we can fix it and we can get our confidence and invest in any type of business like real estate.
Yeah. Especially real estate, guys. You guys already know. But guys, there's so many different capital. We haven't even mentioned everything here, and we're gonna
Mm,
keep doing this show.
mhm.
Just to be clear for those that are gonna watch this later, every Monday at around let me see, it's 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna go live here and come back and talk about all things credit repair, real estate, and business funding for sure. So you guys look out for that. Yeah, and then yeah. So anything else you want to add?
I
Um,
want to let everybody know that we are in the best and the greatest country with the best and the greatest opportunity. This is the only country in the world. There's no other country that can look at you and said you have a good credit
perfect.
profile.
Yeah, let us.
Come and get the money.
Yeah,
Come and get 200,000, 250, $1 million
that is a fact.
only in the US.
Guys, I've spent 17 years in Europe. Go ahead. Good luck. Try. It doesn't. The concept doesn't even exist, right? That's why over there, you know what lease options are, right? Like just leasing, subleasing properties is way more popular over there. So most people in Europe that claim they're the real estate investor, they really do lease the properties. They don't really buy them because it's so difficult to access capital or some of the strategies that work here. But guys, you have business funding, you have personal loans, you have credit lines, especially if you have an LLC that is 2 years or plus old, which you can buy. You don't have to wait for that as well. It's called H Shelf Corps. Or on the personal side, which is the personal credit cards. There's so many different funding you can access to. You have the SBA loans for small businesses.
Mm,
There's so many different loans you can tap into as long as you have the foundation, which is what?
the
A great
credit.
credit score, a sexy one, like some would say. Okay. And then a sexy profile as well, not just the score. This guys, this I'm telling you guys, this was a whole new world for us. Once we really start tapping into this, it was that's it, game over. Most of these headaches we're dealing with private lenders. When I say private lenders, guys, is when you go to individuals and you they lend you money, 50,000, 25,000, whatever, and then you put it into deals. But you're typically dealing also with people that are basically lending their last pennies, so they become a pain in your ass for the slightest delay on a project. You're not gonna sleep at night, or they feel like they own you. If they text you at midnight and you don't respond, the next day you're gonna have a bad day.
Oh, yeah.
So unlocking the credit and the business funding, guys, it was like a game changer. So now we're coming back and sharing this, obviously, guys, and we can help. I'm telling you guys, go down here. I mean, I took some notes when we met. I took him to the ringer. I said, bro, prove it to me first that you're competent first. Here's a file. Here's few files. Go ahead and do your magic and then come back to me. And he's done a fantastic. Right now he has over 80 files within our community, but also outside customers. And he's very, very, very efficient, very knowledgeable, and he's also a real estate investor. So he understands the game. He understands the game of capital because himself he tap into it. So if you guys book a free consulting 30-minute down there, his team is gonna reach out, do the consulting, and they'll let you know how they can help. But yes, so man, how do they find you on Instagram?
Instagram Some, the credit expert. And my last word is going towards immigrant. Immigrant,
Oh yes. Stop
we
taking your
are
capital to where is that? Niger and
yes. Before tapping on my last statement for immigrant is yes, to find me on Instagram is Some, the credit expert. On TikTok, Some, the credit expert. And on my website is Some Consulting
solutions.
Solution.com.
Mhm.
But my body, my best partner, Mamadou, is always there. You can contact him. You got him, you got me. You
Yeah, I'll
got
do
me, you got him. We are always together doing a lot of things, magic together. My last statement is for immigrant. We are here in the United States to work hard. We are working 2, 3, 4 jobs.
7 jobs.
We are not seeing our families.
Yeah.
Every single immigrant here is complaining. I hate America. I don't like my job. I'm tired of doing what I'm doing. I'm tired of working and not having anything in my bank account, the bills, is everything is expensive here, guys. Kudos for working hard. It's time to work smart.
Right.
Fix your credit. Get you a LLC small business. Come and get the funding. 50,000, 100,000. Make a smart move.
Yeah.
Change your life. Don't sit and complain only.
Yeah. The
Take
opportunity.
action.
Mhm. There is endless opportunities, guys. And the number one mistake you guys want to avoid, we've seen that a lot within the immigrant community, is accessing this capital and then you going into fantasy land in Africa in industries that you don't understand with that funding. You lose it because one, you have lack of control because you don't live in that country. You're over here. You're investing virtually, essentially. So you don't have control. You don't understand the realities of the country, even though you come from there, but you've left it for so long. You don't understand the realities of the country, and then you think everything is gonna go right, and then you lose all the capital, and now you've destroyed your credit in the US, you've destroyed your relationship with the bank to access to more funding, and then the business back home didn't work, and it's your own family or cousins that ate all the money and left you there standing. And now you gotta come. We have a bunch of files like that right now. Somebody's working on where is back home that completely wrecked their credit, right? And that capital that they took back home in industries that they don't understand, they could have put that same capital here in real estate, literally in businesses that they control, or even small businesses, but at least you control it. It's here. You can go see it, touch it, feel it, smell it, right? And still be able to be profitable and then take the profits and send it back home if you want to. Then you don't have that pressure of, man, I gotta repay it because my credit card payments or my 0% interest is running out, so my interest is about to kick in, or things like that. So you don't have that pressure. So guys, that is the number one thing we see within the immigrant community. Please avoid it. I don't care where you're from, Nigeria, Cameroon, Guinea, you name it. That is the number one mistake. You don't want to start using that capital here unless is an industry that the turnaround is not long, and you are actually physically there to control it. Because we've seen a bunch of people that now right now they're crying, they regret so much, they could have done so much with that capital. There is endless opportunities here. This country have endless opportunities. So that immigrant mindset that we have, that we all come with, because back home, you know what I think so is the mindset thing. Think about back home. When we say work hard, what that means is waking up in the morning in most countries, walking miles and miles, right? Working physically, right? Because the banking systems are not developed. There is no things like, in most countries at least, there's no things like credit. You don't have access to credit or things like that. The government is not going to come and give you SBA loans and for that matter. So when we say hard work back home, it really means hard work. So the people that have money, they had to do the hard work physically. But when you come here, over here is not the same. If you try that, you're actually worse off, because the game is written for the person that doesn't do the hard physical work. The person that do the hard physical work is the most taxed, the least appreciated individual, which is the 9 to 5er, right? So if you operate as a business, you're always going to have the best tax advantages, instead of operating as an individual. On top of, the tax code is written for real estate investors. Like literally, I don't care if you own an African supermarket. All that cash you get in, if you just roll it into buy and hold real estate here in the US, you can keep so much of that active income. And on another show, you're gonna talk to them about how to structure the businesses, how to pay themselves, talk about taxes, tax filing, because all the mistakes we've seen on that end as well. And I know you help individuals with that as well. So guys, I'm telling you guys, Sommer here, don't let the glasses fool you. He's a library, 7 streams of income type of business owner, that you just is this kind of guys that are behind the scenes that you're not seeing too much online, but they're doing it in real life. And he's a library. It's so many things. So I promise you guys, look out for the show on Mondays. You absolutely not gonna regret being on here. So Summit, what is the last word you're leaving me with?
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to share this, because we're going to be talking a lot about taxes as
Yeah.
well. We're going to be talking about everything that is affecting people from tapping to the next level. Like not filing your taxes properly is something that can prevent you from investing in real estate. So most of our brothers and sisters are doing a 1099 job. That means they are doing Uber delivery, and they are not filing their taxes properly. So when it comes to buying a house, they are having issues. So we're gonna show them how to really structure their taxes. I'm a tax professional as well, so we can help you with your investment property by filing your taxes in the proper way. That's number one. Number two, we're gonna be here every Monday to give them more value on credit, funding, and real estate. Every single day, we're gonna be here to help them. Thank you, Mamadou, for starting this show. We're gonna be here more often, and are we gonna be able to take some live questions sometime?
Yeah, yeah, we will absolutely. So when the chat comes up, I can pull it up here, and
Okay.
then sometimes what we'll do is we can share the link and people can come on here and literally ask questions. So as
Wow.
we go, as the audience, so guys, obviously it's been a while. I haven't been live streaming, and the reason is number one, we've been on the road. We've had workshops in Ohio. Then I went back to Georgia. There's some developments we're doing there. I went to look over that, and then we're here. We moved from Georgia to Dallas, like literally physically move. And the reason for that is because the permitting process in Atlanta to build was it was complete trash. So we had to just finish the project that we have there, but move to here in Texas because the permitting process is way faster. So here the business will be more scalable. So now we live literally in Dallas, Texas, and so we've been moving so much and doing so much that I haven't been had the time to live stream. But I'm absolutely, I'm so back. You guys have no idea. So look out every single Monday. I'll be here with Summit without a doubt. Sometimes it will be in person. Sometimes it will be in virtually. I'm trying to get him out of Ohio, but we'll see, guys. All right. So, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. You already know what it is. Until next time, keep that boom mentality, stay bold, stay obsessed, stay optimistic, and lastly, keep a mindset that's abundant, guys. Reach out. I have the link below. Don't forget. Or if you DM me on Instagram at Real Estate Diallo, I'll link you up with my brother here. And yeah, guys, peace out.